Scouts Container, a Crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. On the Hidden Threat mini season, right at the end, there's a Scouts Container, and it's free. There to incentivize everyone, including the free-to-players like me, to complete all the challenges and go up the reward track for Hidden Threat. And I'm going to get it, day after tomorrow. I think it's like 1,500 points a day you can get, isn't it? So boom, day after tomorrow. And I'm wondering, do I sell it for 1,000 coins? That'd be welcome. Or do I open it? And looking at what you get if you open it, which is may contain, so that you don't get to pick from, it's a random chance what you get. You roll the dice and see if you get snake eyes. And there's loads of legendaries and loads of epics and loads of specials. Look. And in the legendaries, there's your regular workbench crafted parts, and then there's your season only crafted parts. And there's some juicy ones in there as well. If we look down a bit, there's an Athena, 5,000 coins worth. Or a Thor, 7,500 coins worth. Yeah, juicy. Maybe I do want to open it after all. And looking at the epics, there's regular crafted on the regular workbenches, and there's a couple of Hugin crafted on the season only crafted parts, and there's also pack parts. If you look carefully, there's a trombone. That's a pack part. Can't acquire that. There's lacerator. That's now a pack only part. Well, apart from the equipment set, I suppose. Argument, that is pack only. And there's more. Argus, Averter, Power Unit. Oh yeah, there's Power Unit, which is a pack part, but also in Raven's Return. There was another Raven's Return one. Corvo and Rothron. They're Raven's Return, so they were 900 for coins for that. And then there's a bunch of specials which are also cheapy. So I was wondering, maybe it is worth opening this up. So what I did is I made a list of all these parts and then added up their value. Well, how much I could sell them for. So here we are in the spreadsheet. You know it's a good game when you start using spreadsheets for it, don't you? Anyway, there's all the list of all the parts, and there's their sell prices, and I started doing, there's an awful lot of these. I've started, so I shall finish. So I continued on, and I hope you appreciate this, because there's 168 of these. That took a while. And then you add them all up, and divide by 168, and you get an average of 1,140 coins, which is more than you can get for selling the unopened container. So it's probably, on average, worth opening the container. If the average of what you get out is 1,140 and you can only sell them for 1,000, you're better off opening rather than selling. If you open a load of them, because it's an average, you might get unlucky the first time and get a special, in which case you've lost out. Or you might get lucky and get a Stillwind, in which case you've won big time. And if the average is 1,140 and you could buy them for 900, then maybe we should be buying them up. Especially as in 2 days' time, when most people are going to hit it and get their Scouts container, there'll be loads of people selling them, and the price is going to go down. So it might be even more worthwhile going out and buying Scouts containers and opening them up. Fill your boots, boys! We're on to a winner! Stop. Before you rush out and spend all your coin on Scouts containers, there's one thing you need to know. There's a teeny weeny itsy bitsy little flaw in that logic. And the problem is, it starts with a big assumption, a false assumption. And the assumption is that the chance of getting any one of these parts is the same. They're all the same chance. That's what we did when we added up their cell values and divided by 168, which is the number of parts that potentially in this container. That logic says that there's the same chance of you pulling out a starfall as there is of you pulling out a chameleon. 81 coins versus, what's it on? 5,500. And no, they're not the same chances. There's no way that devs are putting the same chance of getting a lovely part like a Stillwind as a special. They're not going to flood Crossout. They're not going to put into circulation loads and loads of these lovely, expensive parts. Not when they put so much time and effort into pumping the price up. You may think that these bars indicate your chances of getting them, and they're all the same length of bars, aren't they? The epics are the same length, the legendaries are the same length, and the specials are the same length. And if you go to, say, decoration recycling, recycle some stickers. Well, let's not actually do it because it's gambling, it's rubbish. Boff. Now, when you recycle, the bars are obviously, it doesn't actually say, but it's obvious that they indicate the chances of getting. The chances of getting something not very valuable, like a special workbench coupon, is large, whereas the chance of you getting something valuable, like blueprint storage, which sells for 240 at the moment, is rather smaller. So that's what the bars are there for, to tell you the chances, obviously. And so when we go to the Scouts container and look at the parameters and they're all the same length, that indicates they're all the same chance, right? Wrong. If you go and look at an older container, like the paint container here, and you see, oh look, the bars of the different rarities, they're all the same length. So again, you got the same chance, right? Wrong. It actually states it here. You've got a low chance of getting an epic part and a high probability of getting a common part. Your chance of getting your checkered flag is a lot smaller than getting your twilight paint. And I can tell you from experience that when you open a paint container, what you get is a common paint. They're a lot more common than your epics. So when we look at the Scouts container, chances of getting a legendary are way smaller than getting a special. Of course, that's just speculation, because they don't actually tell you the percentage chance of any of them. My experience of Crossout leads me to believe the odds of pulling a legendary part out of the Scouts container will be something like 1 in 100. Pull an epic, 1 in 10 maybe, and all the rest of those open Scouts containers will contain, surprise, low value specials, 100 coins. And that's going to bring the average value of the opened Scouts container right down to maybe 150 tops, 150 coins. So I'm not opening my Scouts container. I'm going to sell it. If I can sell it for 1,000 coins, I will. Ka-ching! I'll just take the money and run. Of course, you'll see some people on social media crowing that they're a winner because they opened up the crate and they got a starfall because they won. They're happy. They took a gamble and they won. They're winners. You won't hear the other 99. Wow, 90. The other 90 people who opened up their container and got, what was that? A sidekick worth 100. Oh, I should have taken the money. They won't be saying that on social media. No, you just get the people who won. But don't listen to them. Don't be dragged in by the allure of gambling. Gambling's for fools, as Lemmy said famously. But then a lot of people like it like that. A lot of players in Crossout do like it like that, as you can tell by the fact that people are buying these containers in order to open them up. What we really need is for the devs to tell us the odds. They should tell us the odds. but they don't. And the only way of us finding out the odds, if someone were to go and buy loads, thousands of these, and then go open them up on a live stream. Well, I don't have the money to do that. Do you? No. But I do have a YouTube channel with 2,000 subscribers. And it's got a community page, and on the community page we can have polls. So we can crowdsource the answer. We can crowdsource finding out what are the odds of getting a legendary versus getting a special out of the Scouts container. Now, the polls on YouTube are a bit limited. You can only have 5 options, but we're going to make do. So if you open your first Scouts container and you get something, tell us all what you got. Did you get a valuable legendary, like the season-only craftable parts, like the Omamori, the Stillwind, and the Thor and that thing? Vote here. And if you got a less valuable legendary, but it's still a legendary, the regular faction workbench craftable stuff, you vote here. And if you got an epic that's valuable, like one of the pack parts or the Raven's Returns, those valuable ones you vote here. And then if you got a less valuable epic, then you vote here. And if you are unlucky enough to get a special, oh poor you, that hardly ever happens, you vote here. Okay, and then after you voted, you get to see what everybody else has polled, has said they got out from their first Scouts container. I say first because next mini-season, Enemy in Reflection, looks like we're going to get another Scouts container. So we get another chance to sell them or buy them or open them up. In summary, the Scouts container is rubbish. It's another loot crate. Okay, you can't actually buy it in the shop, but you can buy coins in the shop, and then you can take your coins to market, and you can buy your Scouts container and open it up and get your gambling hit, which is disgusting. Especially in a game that is rated Peggy 7. That's right, Gaijin says Crossout is suitable for 7 years and up. Gambling and all. Disgusting. Now off you trot and open up your Scouts container and tell us what you got in the poll. Cheers. Bye.